Well, hey family, this is Darlene. Wanted to thank you for stopping by the Jury by BDK YouTube channel. I know you didn't come here for a sermon. So here's the video, and we'll talk soon.
Well, hey family, happy Saturday. This is Darlene. I am sitting here working on some bracelets. I just wanted to do some cute little bracelets using some of these spacers, wire spacers that I made. So the idea for the wire spacers is, you know how we make bracelets and then we make them with the charms all around them? I didn't want to put charms like in between in between the beads. So I was like, how can I do it to where the charms are literally just hanging more on the outside of the bracelet as opposed to kind of in between each bead. I wanted something just a little bit more on the outer as opposed to, kind of fitting in between. So what I did is I did some of the wire beads that are spacers that I make. And then what I did was I attached the charms on the wire spacers. So I'm gonna see how these are gonna turn out. We gonna be seeing what this look like together, okay? So I do like the way that they came out. It's just a matter of if they are going to look as good, because they look a little different or strange right here, but we'll see what happens. So let's try it. And I am going to be using some of the big pretty vintage gold beads that I paint. So I'm going to be using these, and we're going to start off with these. And these are 25 millimeter. 25 millimeter beads, unfinished wood. You can find these in my Amazon store, and the link is in the description down there. That's one thing about Amazon. Amazon is really pushy in the sense that they want you to like really push like their product if you're if you're an influencer on Amazon, like if you have the Amazon store. For me, I'm not pushing nobody's product like that. The way that they have it set up, if you don't sell a certain amount in a certain amount of days, they want to close the store. And going forward, if you click on the link and the store is closed, you already know Darlene ain't pushing Amazon product like that, because they really want you to push, like push their product. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. I think it should be available for people if they want to buy the product, not pushing the product like it's their product. It's not my product. So I'm not going to push their product like it's my product, because they'll send you emails, talking about you haven't gotten a certain amount of sales or this, that, or the other. And I'm like, well, oh my God, sales are coming through here. What do you guys expect a person to do? But they really like want that. And I'm not doing that for Amazon. So if at some point you click on that link and you go to that Amazon store and it's closed, guess what? You already know Darlene ain't doing that. I mean, it is nice and convenient. So when you tell somebody where you bought something at and you say it's the big A, and then they go over there and buy it, and you get a nice little, not a nice, but you get a little percentage off of it. That makes a lot of sense. But not to just be pushing like that. I hope everybody's having a really good Saturday so far. And look, this is what I'm going for. I want the charms to be more on the outside. And generally what we do is we'll have the charm, oops, and the charm will go like between the bead, like kind of like with double jump rings and stuff. And I don't want that. I want something that looks very different, something that looks very unique. And then the charms just pretty much be on the outside. So we're going to take a look at this and see what we get. And I'm hoping it comes out like what I think it's going to come out looking like. So we're going to go ahead and keep stringing this with these. I'm using 1.5 millimeter stretch cord, because the beads are bigger and we're putting more on here. And I did make, 1, 2, 3, I made 5 of these charm spacers. I already like the way they look. And see, that's what I want. I want them just like all over the place, not in between. It's looking good so far, right? Right? If you haven't already joined the Jury by BDK Creator Zone over there on Facebook, it's a really good place to be. There's a lot of resources in the Face group. If you're thinking about selling your handmade collections anywhere, there's a lot of resources up in there. And then I do got a lot more resources I'm working on in the sense of like for business and some other things. So, and also like somebody had reached out to me. They have a podcast, and the podcast they interview. I like this. They interview businesses, like growing businesses like ours. And once I get all the details and everything, I'm going to share that information in the group. So how you can, sign up to maybe get interviewed for the podcast and different things like such. And I have got some other information about business resources and like maybe networking events that you can do on Zoom, or just a lot of good resources. So I am going to start sharing all those resources in the even more resources in the Facebook group. Another thing too, somebody had asked me about the fair. Now I did put some information in the Facebook group regarding fair. There's also a link in there to take you to fair for wholesaling. If you are in the group, Jury by BDK group, Facebook group, and you click on files at the very top up there, it will take you to all the files, all the files or documents that I have shared in there that have to do with business. Fair is one of them. It gives you a complete breakdown of what fair is all about, how to sell wholesale on fair, and like all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm just sitting here beating. Hold on a second. So I do like the way this looks. Look at that. And see, that's what I want. I want the charms like all on the outside, just messiness like that. That's what I want. Okay, let's tie this off. I'm just talking. I don't even know if I'm in the frame or not. So I'm gonna double this. You guys probably don't see me tie this stuff 1,000 times. So if my fingers is hiding it, you probably done already seen it. So all I'm doing is just tying a knot. And because it is thick, I'm doubling it and pulling it really, really tight. And you can make as many tight as much as you want when you're using the bigger beads like this, because the hole is so big. And because that hole is big, I generally tie it, a couple more times. And then also because the cord is so thick. And then I'm doubling. And then I'm going to just do a single. And then everybody do this different. Trust me, however you figure out how to do it, that's how that's how you do it. I never say anything I do here is law on this channel. It's just the way I do it. And if you got a better way of doing it, then by all means, you do it better. Somebody has said something about doing things. Did they say smarter and something? The way I do what I do is the way I do what I do. Now, if I was running a multi-million-dollar company, that would be totally different. That would be working smarter, most definitely. When I sit here and I make jewelry, I'm making jewelry not only because it's very relaxing, and there are times you'll see me take the slow way to make something. It's because I want to make it that way. I enjoy making jewelry. I'm not in a rush, to make the pieces or anything like that. And I do, appreciate comments and tips and different things like such. But in the end, I'm going to do what I want to do and the way I want to do it. And that's just the reality of it. thank you for the tips, and you could work smarter. And how do you know that what I'm doing is not smarter for me? See, you don't know that. So I like doing what I do. I like to take my time to make the jewelry. I don't, need certain things that's going to speed up the process and all that other kind of stuff. That I don't need it. This is nice. See, that's exactly what I want. I want the charms just all on the outside like that. Let me see if I can hide my little black string so you don't see that. So I am going to, so I already see what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure that, so I'm going to make sure that all the charms are literally on the outer part. So nothing can be, because a couple of these, like maybe this one, the charm is on the inside. You can see it right there. So by being on the inside, it hides the charm in kind of like in the inside. So when I make the next batch, guess what? I know to just keep them on the outer, because this is what I want, like this. And I want it to just be nice and full with nice and, oh, I got another bracelet over here. I want it to be nice and full with and this is actual wire. I'm just putting this on here to kind of give it, see what I can make it look like. And then that's what I want. And I think I will make the little wires a little bit more fuller. So it's just, the thought is charms, charms, charms. So it is looking like what I want it to look like. But I do see I need to put more charms. So the more charms on it, I can see the better it would look. So we got to see what it would look like together. So I do see what I need to do to it. So more charms on it. No charms on the inside like how it is right here. So you can kind of see how that is. Let me see how I did it here on this little hoop right here. So I can't do that. Everything has to be on the outside. And then that way they should lay better. And I'm thinking if I could put like maybe, so some of these have 2, some of them have 3. But if I do maybe like with 5 charms to a spacer, and I think that would look a lot better, right? Maybe 5 charms to a spacer. Oh, shoot, I was trying to grab my little pillow. I like the way it looks, huh? You guys let me know what y'all think. Because I think the more charms on it, the better it'll look. Because I like that. I think it's really cute. And I can see it. The more charms, the better it will be. And then all the charms will have to be on the outer. Nothing on the inside. That's really cool. I like the way that looks. Yeah. So I'm getting ready to make some more of these spacers. And then fill them. And then also I'm going to use some different custom charms that I make for this next batch that I'm going to make. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that on camera. So we'll make that on camera. Because I really like this. And can you imagine something like this full of charms, and then you got some other little small bracelets just kind of complementing the big bracelet, like maybe some gold chains, some gold bangles or something, and then they're just kind of all together. Did I have a piece of This is wire, but I'm just trying something. So if you have like some gold bracelets, and you can see how that would look with some gold bracelets. And then they can even be charm bracelets or something. And then this is just full of charms, right? Just full of charms. And then you got your other little bracelets, little bangles. It could be the bangles. It could be some other little gold charm bracelets. It could be some of the little small beaded bracelets. You know, like with like maybe 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter beads, and then just kind of marry those all in together, and that will give a really jazzy look on the arm, right? So that's it for this video. Just showing you guys something new I'm working on. I like it, so I am going to be working on some more charm spacers. All right, family, we'll talk.